Welcome everybody to Yoko Gaming. I am Young Yoko, and today I'm going to be teaching you how to win every game in Cuisine Royale. We're going to be going over the best class with the best abilities, study different strategies on how to play, the do's and don'ts, and some helpful tricks and tips on the way. Don't be afraid to hit the like and subscribe button if you want to see more great cuisine content right here at Yoko Gaming. I should also mention that we do stream every Friday and Sunday from 6 p.m. on Fridays and 12 p.m. Eastern on Sundays. Now that the intros are out of the way, let's get it. In my opinion, Beast is hands down MVP. He gains health on startup, damage resistance to falling, increased melee damage, increased speed, increased jump. He's OP overall. He's great for engaging, he's great for running away, he's also great just for covering the map. He's the most viable op that you can use. The Beast ability is too OP. I would maybe recommend one Poltergeist for a squad, just in case stuff goes sour, but honestly, everyone else should just be running Beast. There's no reason to use Annie Oakley, and there's absolutely no reason to use Thor unless you're talking about solos. Beast is the way to go. Alright, now that we have our character picked out and the right ability, let's pick the mask and start building them to our playstyle and what we want to do. Now the mask category is really wrapped around gold and the slot machines. This is the whole thing about the mask category. And they range from seeing gold 50 meters closer away, further away, or decreased price on vending machines. Now they do have some crazy ones like turning the prime grenades, spoiler alert if you haven't got to that, into jackpot, but most of these are just trash. The ones I stick to personally are the ones that reduce the price of the slot machines themselves because I want to hit it once or twice and I want to get out. I don't really want to use them in mid game or late game as they're just not worth my time unless I'm looking for a specific item. Check out the Loki mask from the Mask movie though. Some of these masks are just plain crazy. Alright, moving on, we have our boxer category. This is where you're going to earn extra souls just for jumping on a certain type of boot, just for shoving meals down your face, or just letting the time pass. Now there is noticeable 3 pairs of shorts in this category that show you empty vehicles around the map, but I'm not sure why anyone would ever want them or use them. Me personally, I stick with ones that are guaranteed. Now there are some in here that give you extra souls just for killing people, and those are absolutely great when you find people. But finding people isn't always promised in such a big battle royale. In a solo mode it may be great, but for squads or even duos now, since that game mode's out, I'm sticking to the ones that give me souls for 1 minute past, or for meals. This way I'm always guaranteed meals throughout the match, because let's face it, sometimes you get 20 kills and that would be great, but other times you only find 2 people throughout the whole match. Don't starve yourself here, play it smart. It really depends on your playstyle here, but I think if you choose the ones I'm using, you're going to be well off. Alright, we've made it to rituals. This is our last big character customization, as it really shapes the game for everyone in the server and for your squads and how you're going to play it from round to round. Now there's a bunch in here, but a lot of them are just the same rituals that are either increased or decreased in the amount of souls it cost, or it's increased or decreased the duration of which they play out. Now, there's only 4 ones that I recommend, and that's the low gravity, the super sprint, the zombie apocalypse, and the brown note. Now, the brown note is a teleportation, and this one will get you out of a hot situation, but be careful, you don't know where you're going to land. It says it's going to land you somewhere inside of the circle, but that's not always the case. And even then, you don't know who's waiting for you on the other side of the toilet. Shit can get real. Now the next one is the zombie apocalypse. To me this is the first and best one, especially if you can get it on the epic level that only costs 300 souls. 1 or 2 kills and you're on your own, especially if you have those boxers that I mentioned in the earlier part. Now the zombie apocalypse can go the other way, so be careful. Zombie apocalypse sends zombies from the zone, and it's really great when you're down to the final circle and there's only 1 or 2 squads left, but like I said, be careful, you can be overwhelmed quick. Now the low gravity is great, I wouldn't choose it and I don't necessarily use it all the time, but it is good for somebody in the squad to have it, at least one person. So if you catch someone using the 7 boots and they jump, you pop that and they're just flying on, easy target, pull. And last and not least, this is the super sprint. You get a uber pan, some Hermes knees pads, and you are gone. This is literally the best one almost in the game, right behind the zombies. To travel, to knock down people, to chase down people like a tiger, this is the one you want to have in your pocket at all times. My main 3, brown note, zombie apocalypse, and the super sprint. Everything else, trash. Stay away from it, don't use it. Alright, so now I've covered all that, but you're saying, Yoko, but I use Thor, I use the Obsidian Jaguar. That's actually that guy's name. And they have talismans, but yeah, the talismans are the exact same gear as the other guys. They just weeded out some of the uncommon level. I guess they figured if you're buying the character, you should only have the top ear stuff. Now, the melee is another thing in this game. From the basis level, it does not matter. Now, however, there is a category of the Uberpan, the, I'm gonna mess this up, epic version of the Macha, or you know what I'm talking about? Y'all know what I'm talking about. Whatever they use in Mortal Kombat X, the Aztec gods, and Thor's hammer. These are the only basic one-shot melees. The bat, even though it is an epic, does not have the same damage as these, so just keep that in mind. Alright, now one more thing is the tombstones. Now this is a small addition, as if you die, you retain some of the souls that you did have at a maximum of 100. It's really nice if you're winning a game a lot, but the downside is you don't get to keep your souls. Now, a good strategy, this is one of the Yoko's secret tips, if you're really reliant on your partner in a squads game, okay? Let's say it's a 2v2. You get it down to a 2v1, 2 being in your favor. Let your teammate kill the guy, but make sure you kill yourself before. Now, you won't be promised to kill. Yes, you will die, but what will happen is A, you'll still win the game, and B, then you'll start the next game with 100 souls, whereas your partner will be penalized and start with 0. It's crazy, but keep it in mind. Alright, you picked out your character, you picked out all your stuff for your class, now you're saying, Yoko, what do I use? Well, we do have other videos on the best subs and rifles in the game, but the idea here is to keep some kind of balance. You want a long-range gun, and a gun you can use up close and personal. Now, in squads, there's always exceptions. You may only need 1 or 2 snipers, and everybody else just runs heavy. And in solos, you can do kind of whatever you want. You want to run an MG and a UMP? Go ahead. You want to run a sniper and a shotgun? Be my guest. It's all your choice. But the idea here is to be well-rounded and balanced. Don't get too crazy and go double shotgun. Alright, you thought there's a pre-game lobby and there wasn't. You just smack down, this is your first game, and what do you know, you're in the game, you're scared, you see a fridge, you see a slot machine, what do? Well, in the beginning, hit them. Hit as many of them as you can. But after a while, you're going to be trained to go after them as soon as you see them, and that's just not the case. Me personally, like I said earlier, I only use these in the beginning. They're great for starters, but unless you're missing one specific item, don't go for them. Except if it's a tactical fridge. The ones that are camo or the ones that are all black and gold, those are the best fridges in the game, as they always drop the best loot. Anything out, you're just wasting your time unless you're going for the trophy. Now, the mechanic of the melee system is controversial because it's absolutely OP. In many cases, it's a one-shot. Now, you don't want to force it all the time unless you have the Uberpan that makes Star Wars lightsaber sounds, then by all means, use the Force. But remember, live by the melee, die by the melee. Ah, items. Finally, an easy category. I'll just go to the website and... What the f*** are the items? That's okay. Think you can fool me? Okay. We'll just type it in. No? Ah, here we go. Wyndham. Fuck! Alright, lucky for them, I still got a couple videos that have all the items. I don't need their websites. I can do it off the top of the dome for you guys. Now, the big thing here that I want you guys to know is no singular item is better than any other. It's all subjective. The best thing you can do is to try to find synergy between them, and a lot of them do. Whether that's Hermes knee pads with oxygen, this way you can run fast and far, whereas the glasses with, well, the glasses are kind of shit on their own, I'll be honest. They don't really complement anything. But you can have the halo and the cigar, so you're tanky in the gas, or the cigar and the IV, so you're tanky in general. You can have the jump boots and the jetpack, so you don't take any fall damage. It's crazy how much these complement each other. So you're really trying to find what's better for you, your environment, the map awareness, and what all you're versing. But to say that there's one specific item that's better, it's hard to say. I like using the Hermes because, like I said, melee is OP, but surviving a sniper shot with the cigar is just as good. So it's really depending on you, your team, and the synergy you can find between your items. With this one, it's all up to you guys. Alright, now it's time to talk about the 3 main strategies in this battle royale and most battle royales. I'm just gonna lay them out for you. Alright, this is the first strategy, and probably one of my favorites. This is the bear strategy. Now, in the bear strategy, you're doing exactly what a bear does. He's trying to get fat really fast, and then he goes and sleeps. But in this case, you're going to hide in the center of the circle. So you're looking to gear up as fast as you can, get as many souls as you can, the best gear, and then run for cover in the middle of the circle and wait out. This is the tiger strategy, and this is more of a mentality. It's just about everyone has this at some point in time, they just don't know what it is. This one is best used for squads, or if you just want to slay out the entire lobby. And like a tiger, you're here to prove that you're top of the jungle. You're challenging any gunfight, you're challenging any gunfire that you hear, always running looking for the next kill. And the big perks about this is, you're always going to have new loot available and new items to go around for the pack. But be careful, this is hella aggressive, and if you don't have the gunplay, don't use it. Alright, this is the rabbit. Now this may seem kind of cowardice, but you're only thinking about yourself in this one, and you're looking to get into the middle of the circle as fast as possible. Now with this strategy, you could be solo queuing in squads, you're just looking out for yourself. So you're getting the bare minimum, maybe just a couple things of food, and you're running into the middle of the circle and hiding until the dust settles. But this is actually an interesting strategy. In these kind of games, you can hide up in an attic. Hopefully everything enters inside of a building. If not, you're gonna have to be forced to fight and run like the rabbit you are. But if not, camp it out, call zombies in, and watch the victory. Alright guys, I think that about wraps it up for this ultimate guide video. I'll sure to be making more Cuisine Royale videos. If you like and subscribe to this video and this channel, it is the only reason I keep making these, is because you guys love seeing them. I'm gonna be honest with you, I love making these videos almost more than playing the games themselves. As always guys, stay fierce. Hope to see you next video.